What if the empire you built with your own two hands, every alliance, every smile, every hard-won peace, suddenly felt too big, too successful, and the only fear left was that it might slip through your fingers like sand the moment you stop watching? That quiet, chest-tightening ache of leadership and identity, the kind that tastes like the last bite of a victory feast turning slightly bitter, smells like fresh bread and monster-forged steel in bustling streets, and feels like warm sunlight on your skin mixed with the chill of shadows creeping closer, sits right at the heart of Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken, Season 4, Episode 1. Released today, April 3rd, 2026, on Crunchyroll as the powerful launch of this massive 5-core season. It drops us straight back into Tempest right after the Founders Festival fireworks faded. It's not just a new chapter, it's the gentle but firm tug on hope, sacrifice, and survival that Season 3 left glowing on the horizon. I tasted that mix of celebration and quiet worry, heard the echo of footsteps in a city that never sleeps, and suddenly I needed to know, how do you keep a dream alive when the world starts testing it again? The episode doesn't hand you every answer, but it plants that deep hunger, the kind that makes watching feel like the only way to understand your own scars of growth. Picking up right after Season 3's triumphant Founders Festival and the birth of the Jura Tempest Federation's dream of humans and monsters living together, Episode 1, New Days, shows Tempest at its liveliest yet. Adventurers flood the city, the underground labyrinth draws crowds like never before, but an unexpected problem surfaces, complaints about its difficulty. Rimuru walks the streets, spots a scuffle between eager challengers and Benimaru's security team, then calls a strategy meeting with Veldora and the crew. What starts as a simple fix for low-level adventurers turns into something smarter, with an old friend offering a clever idea. No huge twists or spoilers here, just the smooth shift from festival high to real-world growing pains, blending cozy daily life with the first hints of bigger storms ahead. It flows perfectly from Season 3, turning celebration into careful planning, leaving you smiling but leaning forward, heart quietly racing to see how these small fixes ripple into something much larger. The episode moves like a calm river that suddenly picks up speed, relaxed and warm at first, then purposeful as it carries the story forward. It advances the main narrative by showing the Federation's next chapter, turning a successful festival into real coexistence, while quietly preparing for the shadows that the overall Season 4 synopsis hints at, forces like the Ratso family who see Rimur's rise as a threat. Key revelations feel natural and earned, no big dumps, just small puzzle pieces about dungeon management and challenger levels that click into place. The pacing is perfectly balanced for an opener, plenty of breathing room for smiles and town vibes, with just enough forward push to keep the drama alive without rushing. No massive cliffhanger, but that meeting's clever solution lingers like an open door you can't ignore. Fans on Reddit and early discussions have been chatting about a couple cloudy spots, like exactly why the dungeon feels too tough for most adventurers, or how Masayuki's idea fits the bigger picture. Drawing straight from the light novels and manga, without spoiling what the anime hasn't shown yet, Fuse layers these moments with the same thoughtful world logic from volumes around 10 onward. The labyrinth was built as a training ground that grew with Tempest's power, but now it needs tuning so it welcomes everyone instead of breaking them. The anime smartly keeps the fog light here, the way the novels did, letting the slice-of-life warmth build trust before the larger political clashes, like the Ratso schemes, heat up. It's classic slime. The plot doesn't charge ahead. It walks with you through the streets, making you feel every step of building something real. Every face here carries the warmth of old bonds and the quiet weight of new responsibilities. Rimuru's thoughtful walk through town shows real growth. His slime heart now beats with the steady rhythm of a true leader who worries not just about winning, but about making sure everyone can join the journey. Benimaru's protective fire feels consistent yet deeper, his scuffle with adventurers revealing that hidden wound of wanting to shield the dream at all costs. Masayuki's video game-inspired suggestion brings a surprising, transformative spark. His easy confidence hints at layers we've only glimpsed, turning a simple meeting into something that feels like family working together. Their dialogue lands with heart, the kind of honest talk you've had with friends when life gets bigger than expected. Hope versus the fear of losing what you built, sacrifice in small daily choices, survival through unity. They don't just appear, they breathe through every frame like fresh air after rain. The episode quietly asks, when your identity shifts from lonely slime to beloved leader, how much of yourself do you keep giving so others can grow too? It mirrors those real-life moments when a community finally thrives, but faces the test of keeping the doors open for everyone, like history's quiet builders who chose inclusion over easy power. The dungeon problem shows survival as something shared, while the meeting hints at bigger morality. Is true strength protecting the weak or letting them rise? These questions live in the laughter, the complaints, and the clever fixes, pulling you in until you're asking the same of your own dreams. Tempest feels richer and more alive than ever, the bustling streets fights, the lively dungeon, and the subtle rules of a monster-human alliance add warm texture without overload. It enriches the universe by showing how even a peaceful new day hides the need for smart growth, complicating the fun with just enough future tension to make the whole world feel real and breathing. The script stays sharp and warm, full of those light, meaningful lines that carry the weight of quiet promises. A single thoughtful question about making it fair hits harder than any battle, foreshadowing change that sticks with you long after the credits. Never cliché, just honest and full of heart. Studio 8-Bit delivers with bright confidence under new director Nakatsu Suda, with art director Ayumi Sato painting a world of inviting colors, sunny festival leftovers mixing with the cool glow of dungeon entrances and the soft warmth of town lanterns. Fluidity shines in the little crowd movements and scuffles. Stillness in Rimuru's thoughtful walks lets emotions settle. Symbolism in lighting turns everyday streets into places of quiet hope. The beauty here isn't flashy. It's the kind that feels comforting and alive, like a home you've helped build. Suda's camera feels personal. Close-ups on Rimuru's gentle expressions and wide shots of the vibrant city mirror the emotional balance perfectly. The editing rhythm flows smooth, slow, peaceful beats giving way to lively meeting energy that amps up every small tension. The OST acts like an old friend returning, with familiar motifs that rise softly during the town walk and build gently in the meeting. Those warm chimes and crowd sounds burn into memory. Sometimes the quiet hum of a thriving city speaks louder than any dramatic swell. Miho Akasaki, as Rimuru delivers a standout performance. Her soft, thoughtful timbre and gentle tremor embody the slime's carrying soul perfectly, especially in those leadership moments that hit the heart. The full cast, including voices for Benimaru and Masayuki, feels tighter than ever, bringing fresh energy to these new days. This episode left me with a glowing warmth mixed with that tiny tug of worry, the kind you get when a good story reminds you success is only the beginning. The town smiles felt like sharing a meal with old friends. The dungeon fix sparked quiet wonder. It made me feel Rimuru's gentle burden like my own, the weight of choices that keep a dream growing. The collision of destinies here is soft but real, a breaking point where peaceful days meet the first tests of tomorrow. You'll walk away asking the same human questions. How do you protect what you've built without closing the door on others? And once you feel that pull, how do you not keep moving forward? Some might call the opener too peaceful after the long wait for season 4, or wish for faster hints at the big conflicts. But those choices feel smart, like the light novel's own calm starts, letting the world breathe so the larger payoffs hit stronger later. The dungeon focus is pure fun, not filler. Any tiny slow spots only make the heart and setup sweeter. Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken Season 4 Episode 1 succeeds beautifully. Warm nation-building beats, inviting visuals, and themes that stick like the taste of a hard-earned future. Its strengths in emotional grounding and world warmth far outweigh any small pacing notes. This isn't just anime. It's a reminder that even the biggest dreams start with simple, caring days. So, are you ready to step back into Tempest and feel that gentle pull yourself? Because once you walk those sunny streets, once you taste the hope and the quiet worry of new days, watching episode 1 won't feel like a choice. It'll feel inevitable, like the next breath you need to keep believing in the dream you've been carrying all along. Turn it on. The Federation is waiting, and so is the question of what you'd sacrifice to keep it growing.